is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? It is Fitzy and Whipper, Kate Ritchie. Chrissie Swan's here as well for the podcast today. We're doing Easter eggs and mistakes that you've seen in movies.
Love it.
Got some doozies. This was off the back of The Abyss, where one of the extras dacked another extra. Great effort, and it stayed in the movie. Unbelievable. But we needed to ask the audience what they saw in a movie, a mistake, an Easter egg. But the thing that blew our mind, you're going to hear it in the podcast, is Chrissie Swan revealed something to us that happened to her while she was on Big Brother.
Yeah, this was really full on. I don't know if you're familiar with this story. I'd never heard this story before, Fitz. But I feel for her. I can't believe that happened.
Well, I'm surprised that this guy didn't get charged for it. You're going to hear it in the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
This is exciting, mate. The top 10 nude beaches in the world have been revealed.
Well, one of the first ever Australian ones was just down the road from where I grew up. We used to go and pier down there when we were younger. Maslin's Beach, is that on there?
And
No?
was Mick Fitzgerald there just on Thursdays, or...?
Well, there used to be some very seedy men that used to be up in the cliffs, and they could hide up in the cliffs doing all sorts of things to themselves.
Okay. What's interesting is, well done to the Canary Islands. There's a beach that comes in at number 1. Look, it floats around. We go to Miami, Florida, then we go to Brazil, then we go to Mexico. Number 2, Studland Bay, Dorset, England.
Studland Bay.
Studland Bay. Now, I don't know. I mean, I have an idea what the weather is like in Dorset, England. And I would suggest the views there mightn't be the same as what you could get down under, or in Brazil, or in Mexico, or the Canary Islands. Can you imagine as they strip down to the palest of pale skins and no doubt a spare tie around the waist and make their way nude onto the sands at Dorset, England?
It'd also be quite fresh as well, which is not the most flattering thing for a man.
I will make sure the temperature is above 30 at any time I enter the water. And what about this? Congratulations. Drum roll, please, Jess. Lady Bay Beach, Sydney, Australia.
Well done, Australia.
Comes in at number 7, which is great news. Lady Jane Beach. It's a little pocket of sand that lies just inside the south head of Sydney Harbour. It's a small, narrow, but incredibly secluded area for such a big city location.
It's amazing. So we're at the top of the list of sickos around the world, are we?
We come in at number 7, and we're going to do a tour. Ollie's going to start the... why don't we do a conga line, Ollie? You could be at the front. I'd prefer to be at the back.
No, Maslin's actually do the nude Olympics.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and there is the three-legged race. I'm not joking. I started in the marathon, unfortunately, and knocked out half my competitors in the first 100 metres.
That's annoying, isn't it? And that's what I've always wondered about nude camps. Why do they always do activities where you're jumping so much? Volleyball's big at the nude camp. Why are you playing volleyball at a nude camp?
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Swanee, you missed this one. We found an Easter egg in the movie The Abyss from 1989. Ed Harris was in the movie. It was James Cameron, one of James Cameron's first movies. Like he's gone on to take over $8 billion in Titanic and also Avatar, the Avatar movies. But there was an extra in the movie that dacked another extra, and it got in the movie. James Cameron didn't pick it up. Chrissie, you might be able to see it here.
I am watching it right now.
Okay.
It's the bottom left hand of the screen. Huge wave coming to hit Earth. The guy down there gets his pants pulled
There it
down.
is.
Yes.
We'll go closer. We'll go closer.
Oh, my God.
When you panic...
And what a juicy bottom. It looks like 2 little fresh macadamia nuts unshelled.
Well, that's been the feedback, yeah.
So we're talking Easter eggs or mistakes that you've picked up in movies. 13 24 10 if you have one. Because a lot of people did ring in. We didn't get them to air. So we'd love to hear from you what little Easter eggs or mistakes you've found in a movie. One that I need to bring up that my mates and I found out about this in the late 80s, early 90s that freaked me out was a movie called 3 Men and a Baby with Tom Selleck.
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
yes. And Steve Guttenberg and Ted Danson. Dancing, I believe, with the top
game,
three
Chrissie,
there.
yes. So, okay, there is a scene with Steve Guttenberg. Oh, no, actually, it's Ted Danson, and it's supposed to be his mother. They've got the baby. But in the background of the curtain, you can see a little boy, which they say was a ghost.
Oh, yes, I've heard about this.
Was a young boy that died in the house that they were filming in.
Oh, my God.
And you can see at the back there a little boy in the curtain, Chrissie. Can you see that?
That has given me full body chills.
look
That
at
is
that.
terrifying.
He's hiding.
That freaked us out as kids. We had the VHS for that, and we paused it, and we were losing it. Could not sleep that night.
Fitz, can I tell you one? I'm a huge Teen Wolf fan, obviously, as I grew up, Michael J. Fox, but relating to a kid being very, very hairy. Are you across the Teen Wolf one?
Oh, what a movie. Michael J. Fox, amazing movie. Okay, so you've got one here, Whip, from the movie?
Yeah, you see the girl in the background. She's obviously undone her pants while she's sitting down in the grandstand. Now, then she's realised she's got to get up and celebrate because they've won the basketball game, but her pants are undone. And what's awesome is to see her cover her crotch as she tries to do her pants up in the back of the scene while Michael J. Fox is kissing Booth.
It's a nice little pair of white lacy knickers she's wearing.
A white knicker in the background of the shot.
Well, this one I didn't know about. This is an Easter egg for you, but every Tarantino movie, and was there, Tommy, did he say he was going to do 10, 11 or 12 movies and that was it?
Yeah, and then he was done. I'm pretty sure. I think it was 10.
Wow.
10. Okay, but in every one of his movies, Quentin Tarantino's movies, there is cigarettes with the brand Red Apple. So in every movie you will see that there will be a cigarette in there with the brand Red Apple in there. That is an Easter egg.
Do they
There's Kill
exist
Bill.
in real life or no?
No, they don't.
I wonder why he does it. Has he ever said, has anyone questioned why he has Red Apple in there?
He just came up with the name for these cigarettes, and it's just a little Easter egg that he's put into every one of his
He's
movies.
ahead of his time because I do believe that is a very popular vape flavour.
He got in early, didn't he?
Let's go to Lauren in Avalon. What have you spotted in Gladiator, Lauren?
Guys, in the chariot scene, there's a gas bottle.
Oh, yes, I've seen that. It's powering the chariot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And Lauren,
I can't believe it.
yeah, I've seen that. There's another one in Gladiator as well. There's a guy wearing a Rolex in one of the battle scenes.
That's great. Having said that, that might not be an Easter egg. Those Romans were freakishly
ahead of their time.
smart. And oh my God, I wouldn't be surprised if that was an actual Roman Empire gas bottle.
And a Rolex.
Well, Maximus would have hooked it up to a barbie afterwards and cooked a few snacks
Yeah,
for
he
everyone
did.
on set.
Absolutely. And then said, don't worry, men. I can pop down to the servo and swap it over in 10
Yeah, you
seconds.
see him ride off on his horse to his local Shell-Ready
Yes.
Express.
Holly and Kirribilli, what did you spot in Harry Potter?
Morning, guys. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, there's a scene when Harry and Draco are dueling, and in the corner you can see the cameraman for about a minute.
For about a minute? That's lazy. Is there someone on a film crew, and I don't know, I'm honestly asking this question, there'd be the continuity person, but is there someone that just looks out for this stuff? Like, did they watch it back and go, no issues there, and then they went, hang on, there's a guy? For a minute, you can see a guy holding a camera. Anyone?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Oh, I could never be trusted in a job like that because my eye for detail is closed.
Swanee, remember when the cameraman in the Big Brother house used to make noises and you could hear them and you'd try to have conversations with them and then you could hear them getting blown up at because they had to stay so quiet?
Yes. I actually remember when one of those men was sending photographs of my boobs to a friend who liked large ladies. So that's cool.
That was a true
great.
story,
How did you find out about that?
Because I heard a low voice through the wall going, I know you like big women.
You're kidding me.
No. No, and then
never
I
heard
was getting
this.
changed in the bathroom. Sorry, I've completely
No, this is an amazing
digressed. Yeah. So I was getting my gear off by myself, and then I heard, I know you like big ladies or large ladies or something, and I just froze because he was obviously taking stills of my giant teats.
Did you call it out?
No, you went into the big. You went and you got quite emotional, didn't you, Chrissie? I do remember that.
Well, yeah, because yuck.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
bad.
That's just
Yeah. So yes, I did mention it in my sort of casual, offhand way. I'm like, oh, just so you know, I just heard something that makes me feel a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
it was sorted out, and that's that's great. But I would.
Did you win Home Girl
I'd like
that
to see
week?
that.
Did the photos cut through to the
I
magazine?
did. I got $100 and a Kit Kat prize pack.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
A lot of people glued to their screens this morning, Ryan James.
There's massive game on at the moment. And if you're Australian, it is big because Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham Hotspur is playing Manchester United in the Europa League final as we speak. Can confirm if you've just woken up that Tottenham have scored and they are 1-0 up at half time. Okay, we're about to start the second half, but it's big. Ange has had a really shocking year this year, and it'd be great for him to actually bring home some trophies for Tottenham. It'll actually be one of their best season in decades if they can do that. But do you know what? There's a lot of people that are fans of Ange Postecoglou. There's a lot of places around Sydney where people are watching this game, and one of them is Allan Border Oval in Mossman, and Wokesy's there. Good morning, Wokesy.
Hey!
How is the atmosphere down there, Wokesy? What was it like when they
Oh,
scored?
mate, it's electric. It was pretty good when they scored the goal. Egg and bacon rolls were flying everywhere.
Wow.
And we're in Mossman, as you know, so we've had a few noise complaints and the cops have arrived.
Of course. Wokesy, I believe Louis Ivy, Tom's son, is there as well.
The King. We call him the King. We don't call him Louis around here.
So,
Very nice.
Louis the King.
Very nice.
So you knew that Tommy had to get into work early, so you helped out. And did you pick up Louis from the Ivy residence this morning?
Picked up, gave a little toot-toot. Inga was asleep, but I think she woke up and put the King outside. So
Right.
got the big guy. Yeah.
Good. Is he around you, Wokesy? Can we speak to Louis? Is he there?
Yeah, Louis, mate, the King. They want to have a chat to you, buddy. I'll put him on for you.
Hello?
Louis.
It's Fitzy and Whipper. You've got Dad here as
Hey,
well.
buddy.
Now-
How you going, mate?
Hi, Dad.
Hi. Hey, who scored for Tottenham? Louis, who scored?
Brennan Johnson.
Oh,
you
Johnson
beauty.
scored. I mean, it wasn't the cleanest score, was it, Louis? Were you lucky? Did you think, geez, that was lucky to get over the line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Now,
God.
are we a chance of winning this game? Are they looking good?
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
Louis, has it been a lot of fun at home when the footy's on for you to teach Dad about the game? Because I think
Sometimes, yeah.
yeah, you know a little bit more about the
Yeah.
game than Dad, I think.
Yeah, Louis educates me every day. I have no idea. I don't know what's actually going on now. I just know that we need to win a game.
Right,
I think
okay.
that's it. I think that's it.
Louis, are you a striker or a defender? Where do you play?
Striker.
Oh, yeah, that's what we want.
Okay.
Scoring goals. Actually, Louis, good luck down there. We'll keep you updated, all right? Can you give us a big go,
Thank
Tottenham?
you.
Okay.
Listen, they're firing up.
Kicking off
See you,
in
Louis.
Mossman. Who would have
Actually,
thought?
Have a great day.
how's this? This is how much I love Ange Postecoglou, right? He has been absolutely pulled pillar to post, and the media have been getting stuck into him. So, there was an article that was written, right, and the headline, the journalist's name is Dan Kilpatrick. He's from the Evening Standard in London, and he wrote, the headline was, Ange Postecoglou teetering between hero and clown with the Tottenham legacy on the line in the Europa League final. So yesterday in a press conference, right?
Yep.
So he's either going to be a hero or a clown if he wins or loses this game this morning. That journalist asked Ange about that, but didn't use the word clown. But let me tell you, Ange didn't forget that he used the word clown. Have a listen to this.
Hi, Ange. If you win tomorrow night, this is going to be remembered as one of the best seasons in the club's modern history. But kind of conversely, if you lose, it might be remembered for one of the worst league seasons in the club's modern history. I just wondered if you're kind of conscious that you're walking a fine line between kind of two very different types of infamy in history, really.
That depends on your outlook, Dan, but I'll tell you one thing, irrespective of tomorrow, I'm not a clown. I never will be, mate, and you're really disappointed that you would use such terminology about a person who, for 26 years, without any favours from anyone who's worked his way to be in a position where he's leading out a club in a European major competition, for you to suggest that somehow us not being successful means that I'm a clown, not really sure how to answer that question.
Ooh, shot straight then.
I love that stuff.
Go, Ange.
Do you know what? I love when coaches speak from the heart, you know, because a lot of coaches can be very... they put defences up, very cliche, but when they speak from the heart, it's so good. And that's why we want Ange to win this morning. Currently 1-0 up, Tottenham over Manchester United.
Fingers crossed.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Fitz, did you have a win or just started well and then Chrissie overran you last week?
Yeah, got her. No, actually, I won song. Brandman, she got me last week. She's too good at this
I love Brandman. I love it because I was raised by...
Brands.
Television.
Yes, of course. I'm one of the great consumers as well, so that's why I love this game. Tommy, welcome. Get involved.
Thank you for the welcome.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
welcome,
sweet.
Tommy.
Welcome everyone
Tom.
listening.
Got your hot,
Everyone's on board.
Got your Hot Spurs jersey on?
Oh, well done to Ange and the lads.
That's not one of the questions in Brandman. Okay, let's go to the first one. You don't need your name as your buzzer, just yell out the answer. Finish the brand slogan. Beans means...
Heinz.
Dead heat. One apiece. Fitzy and Chrissie Swan.
That's a lie. I was first.
Which American sporting event goes hand in hand with expensive commercials?
Super Bowl.
Chrissie Swan.
Chrissie Swan. Damn, she's too quick.
Apart from Apple, which phone brand shares
Samsung.
the name with a fruit?
Blackberry.
Correct. Blackberry. Swanee.
Yeah. Are they
3-1.
around anymore?
Oh, Richard Wilkins has got one.
Are they still going,
Has he?
Blackberries?
He's got 3, I think.
He's got a burner Blackberry. Can you imagine the phone numbers on that device?
Unbelievable.
On Dickie's
Unbelievable.
device?
See, Dickie's,
Yes.
his sight isn't that good as well, Chrissy, which makes the Blackberry even more confusing because they've got those tiny little buttons on them.
Yeah, I didn't mean to send that photo. I'm so sorry. It was my fat sausage fingers. Tommy, can you get Dickie in?
Yeah.
And prior to him coming in, I want an hour with his phone. And then we can read out the list of numbers.
So do I. Can I be in that?
Yes.
He's a consummate professional, mate. He would have deleted all evidence off that phone.
My God. Cocaine Cassie.
What?
Remember she couldn't remember a code to get into the phone?
Oh, right, okay, great. Thanks.
And not saying Cocaine Cassie is in Richard Wilkins' phone.
I thought
Absolutely no tie in
I thought he was bringing in headphones to the country.
All right, here we go. In what Nintendo game would you hear this noise?
Mario Brothers.
Brian James.
Was that the mushroom? Is that the mushroom?
Don't
Yeah, the
question
headbutt
me.
of the mushroom
Yeah, the headbutt.
on the brick.
Here we go.
So exciting.
One in your wheelhouse, Tommy. Casamigos is a tequila brand by which famous movie star?
George Clooney.
Bang. Tommy, you're an idiot. You don't have to play like that.
Sorry.
Fitz.
You know,
are
he'd have
3.
nothing to do with that. He'd have nothing to do
Besides
with
a large chunk of it
Mr.
when it's sold for $1
Clooney.
billion.
Oh, yeah.
it. Money, yes, but he'd be like, oh, how's that going? Whatever.
9481 1111.
Oh, Pizza Hut delivery.
Bang, Swanee.
Oh, good get, Swanee.
Swanee moves to a 4-3.
When was delivery introduced into Australia for pizzas?
Would have been the 80s, wouldn't it?
Would it have been 90s? Because
I reckon 90s, and it was the most amazing thing that ever happened.
We'll bring it to your house.
But do you remember Pizza Hut used to have an all-you-can-eat pizza buffet?
Man, and remember the ice cream machine?
Yeah, it was
What
like
a
$4,
mess.
but it was like $4
God.
for all you can eat.
Yep, and didn't they regret that when they saw me coming?
Because you know what? There was always a leftover bowl of ice cream just melting on a table because you've already had 3 bowls, but you'd say to yourself, it's all you can eat. I could go again, and then you'd get back to the table.
Heaven for a child. Tommy, when was...
as long ago as 1978 in Brisbane by Silvio's Dial a Pizza.
Ah, Silvio.
Yep, that was the first home-delivered pizza.
Great fact, Tommy.
What's
I never
his
thought
net
I'd know
worth?
that.
Could we just have a tropical and a super supreme, please, to Castledine?
You want the family size? They didn't all have that voice.
And then, remember you had to give your phone number and they'd ring you back just to see if you were pranking them.
Yeah. Because you'd send them to other mates. Okay, here we go. Road Beauty is a brand by which celebrity?
Road Beauty.
I don't know. It sounds like utter nonsense.
Hint.
So Meghan
Is it
Markle.
Selena Gomez?
No. Her musician
Road
husband
Beauty.
is the bigger star.
Is it
I don't know.
Beyonce? Jay-Z? No.
Road Beauty?
Road Beauty.
No
Is
idea.
Is it Teresa Road?
No, it's not. The husband is...
Oh. Is it Hailey Bieber?
Tom's on. Congratulations. All right, here we go.
Hey, there's my prediction. That is just about to end.
I don't think it is. I think it's Stand By My Man.
There was a big
No.
emojis incident.
No,
overnight.
and it's not about Stand By My Man, but I reckon there's only so much stupidity a smart woman can deal with.
It's true. That's why Lisa left me. Tommy, what's the emoji drama overnight?
Oh, it's a long story, but
didn't send the
What was the emoji,
aubergine.
Tom?
he commented underneath her Vogue cover with some questionable emojis, which he's since deleted or edited. Yeah.
Don't do that. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm going to play some audio. Now, this is for 2 points. You have to name who the celebrity is and what they'd regret they're talking about. What ad is it? What's it an ad for? Here we go.
I just felt so stupid. The fact that I would offend other
Jenner,
people or
Pepsi,
hurt other
bang.
people was
Fitz.
definitely not
2
the
points.
intent.
And do you know
Kendall
what
Jenner.
it's about?
No.
I thought that was the question.
No, she was protesting. Remember there was a protest and she walked out the front of the protest with a can of Pepsi and handed it to the police and everyone went, oh, yeah, what a legend. Let's walk away from the protest.
With
This
a
is
Pepsi.
peace, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
there
it was an ad. It was right in the middle of Black Lives Matter. It
Oh,
did not
God.
go down well.
Instagram got its name by combining which words?
Instant and Telegram.
Well done. Instant camera and telegram. Swanee, great work.
Well done, Swanee.
Okay.
I didn't know that, and I just made it up then on the spot.
Well, it makes
Tell by
sense.
all the pauses.
This one, if anybody doesn't get this, we're in real trouble. And I'll make some immediate phone calls.
Nova.
Yes.
Don't think, just
Don't
Nova.
think,
Yes.
just Nova.
Yeah, that's the question,
Finish
isn't it?
this brand slogan. Don't think, just
Nova.
Nova. Chrissie, Swan, awesome
I
work.
said it first.
Nah,
I
Swanee.
said
No,
it
you
first.
didn't.
No, you
I
didn't.
said Nova.
Swanee
Yeah,
takes it
yeah,
out by
but
one.
but it was just Nova. The
Listen,
answer-
I'm gonna wrestle you to the ground for this point.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Bang, we're on. All right. It's time for
60-second starts.
I'm Still Standing.
Can someone give me an I'm still standing? It's my
I'm
favourite.
Dill Dandon.
I'm still standing. Fintan.
Yeah.
Fintan from
Fintan.
Balcombe Hills. Good morning, Fintan.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Really
Very
well,
good.
thanks, Fintan. Where's your name from, Fintan?
It's Irish, yeah.
Irish, Fintan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's Finton, yeah.
Fintan.
Fintan,
Oh,
yeah.
No, that's
right.
okay. I get it all the time.
Fintan.
Fintan, you're up against Chrissie Swan today. She's very good at this game, so you've got to be
Yeah.
on. You've got to be at your best this morning. We've got $100 up for grabs. Are you ready to go, Fintan?
I believe so.
All right, here we go. Your 60-second starts now. What does the app CapCut do, Fintan?
Video editing.
That is correct. Matt Moran hosted the junior version of what reality TV show in 2011?
Junior MasterChef.
Yep. Bundaberg is a brand of what alcohol?
Rum.
Yep. Is Charlie XCX American or British?
British.
Yes. In car terms, the S in SUV stands for what?
In what, sorry?
In car terms, the S in SUV, what does it stand for?
Oh, pass.
It's Sports Utility Vehicle. Chrissie, the Eels are the NRL team from where? Tough one.
Parramatta.
Correct. What language is spoken in Brazil?
Spanish?
No, it's Portuguese. Fintan, over to you. Nicole
Fitzy.
Kidman stars in the hit series 9 Perfect...
Strangers.
Yes. Anko is the range from what store?
Kmart.
Yep. And eclair is a pastry originating from where?
He's got it.
You've
Strong.
got it,
Fintan.
Fintan.
thank you.
Fintan, that was strong. Really good performance, buddy. Well done.
Thank you.
No,
Thanks so
you
much.
deserve it. You're a legend.
Thank you.
$100. Imagine how much Anko stuff you can get for
I know.
that.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go for a shopping spree.
No, you buy the store with a hungy in there.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Here's an interesting one. So an article's been written about a lady who couldn't stop laughing because a girl that she works with had twins. Now, they've kind of tied in the names here, and I'm trying to work out exactly what this is. It ties into what we discussed last week about how many different ways you can spell the name Sean.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
So, this couple, they had twins. One is spelled S-E-A-N, right?
Sean.
The other is spelled S-E-E-N. So, is it Sean and Scene, or is it Scene and Scene?
What? You can't. You can't do this to your kids because that makes the twin factor even more confusing when they're growing up.
It makes the whole thing extremely weird. But if we go through 13, 24, 10, I really want to know if you've got another way of spelling Sean outside of this we can add to the list. Sean gets a lot of coverage on this show. S-H-A-W-N, we know that one.
Yeah.
S-H-A-U-N, we know that.
I like that one.
Scene, as I just mentioned, S-E-A-N.
Yeah.
Then we've had a couple of callers.
You had a
Fitz.
weird one,
Yeah, we
didn't
did.
you? You had it.
We had S-H-U-N. And then
Shun.
we had...
Shun.
Then we had S-O-H-N.
S-O-H-N. Sowen.
Sowen.
Come on. That's Irish. I think there's an Irish factor to that one, isn't there?
So that's
But
five
isn't
different...
the whole name Sean Irish?
Sean.
S-E-A-N is the Irish spelling?
To be Sean, to be Sean.
Sean.
Maybe this woman with the twins, you know, she thought, they're going to be bundled in together all the time. And she
Yeah.
wanted one to be able to say, I feel so seen.
And the other one goes, so do I. But that's me.
Sean and Scene.
And the one spelled S-E-A-N, they would just be able... They could be Sean or Scene, depending on who they wanted to be that day.
Emma's given us a call from Penrith. You taught twins, Em. What did you have?
So the first one was called Asher and the second one was called Dasher.
No, you didn't. Is that a true story, Em?
Yes, it is.
Asher
Did
and
they
Dasher.
have other brothers called, like, I don't know, Rudolph,
Gasher?
Prancer?
Did they?
Splasher.
The other siblings I didn't get to meet. I don't know if there was any, but there was just those two. The only reason we could tell them apart was because they were in separate classes.
Thank God.
But see, Ash, at Christmas carols at the primary school, did you get them? Did they have to pull Santa in, like, or were they out the front? Come on, Ash and Dash.
Unfortunately, I didn't get that time with them because I was a prac student at the time, so I was only at the school for the first half of the year.
Emma,
Yeah.
it's a great story. Thank you. You're in the running for 10K. Caroline in Greenacre. Spelling of Sean, Caroline.
S-H-A-U-N.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sean. Okay, that's one of our. Let's wait there, Caroline, because Rita's given us a call from 5 Doc. You can't. Is there another way to spell Sean, Rita?
You know, like the seaside, like the shore, as in S-H-O-R-N.
Oh, have you met somebody whose name was that, like a phonetic spelling of Sean?
No, I've just sort of seen it, but I don't, I've just
You've seen it
around.
or you've shown
Wow.
I've shown it, yeah, that's right.
it? You've shown it, have you? Oh, my God.
If you've shorn a sheep, how do you spell that?
That's the spelling.
That's S-H-A-W-N.
No,
Isn't
it's
it?
not.
To shore.
No.
If you've shorn a sheep.
It's O. There's an O in
No,
there.
it's that spelling.
S-H-O-R-N.
Yeah.
Without an E. Don't ask me about spelling. Maddie, welcome to the
excuse
show.
me, I just want to weigh in here with my authority as the co-host of the Great Australian Spelling Bee. Secca.
Of course, you did too, Swanee.
You and I are at opposite ends of the scale here, I would have thought.
I think that's just become very apparent.
Yes. Okay, Maddie, producer Maddie's in the studio. What have you seen, Maddie?
Our electrician is also Sean. He is spelled S-H-A-U-G-H-N.
S-H-A-U-G-H-N.
Oh,
like Vaughan.
God. Like Vaughan, yeah.
Oh, my
That
God.
is-
We now
that
have a
is
total.
amazing.
4, 5,
It's
6,
too
7,
much.
8. We now have 8 different versions of how to spell Sean. I didn't think we'd get there, guys.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
One of the favourite bits of audio we have on this show. We've loved playing over the years. It's when Ben Dark's on TV. I think he was he on Getaway, Ben Dark?
Yeah.
If you remember him. And
Dark day for Ben, this one.
I can't remember him.
Really
Did he have
likeable
like
bloke.
eyes that didn't move and a big smile?
Yeah, and he wore a cowboy hat occasionally. But
yep, know him. Yep.
Yeah, good guy. Anyway, there's great footage of him, and he's in Darwin, I think, and there is a mud crab, and he's talking to somebody who handles mud crab races, and they've invited him to hold the mud crab. Have a listen to what happens.
I just don't want to get bitten. Okay.
Yeah, we have
Right?
this one.
It can rip your finger off.
It can take your finger off. What I didn't realise, where Ben Dark went wrong, Fitz. Have a listen to this guy. Now, this bloke, he's a bit Robert Irwin-esque, and he's on social media, but he gets out and about and he's not afraid of a mud crab. The good thing is he's got a solution to stop the mud crab biting you.
Now, this little guy here is known as a mud crab. I'm going to be showing you something that you've never ever seen before. Now, this is an old school bushman's trick. If you pour vinegar over your hands or over your arms, because of the smell and the vapour of the vinegar that it gives off, it is actually a deterrent to the crabs and they won't bite. Watch.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.